Hello and welcome. Right, I thought before we started on this particular session we'd have a bit of a brainstorm, because obviously we spent a lot of money on additional land, and I thought some of this is already sort of set up. And the other thing I said we were going to do is we're going to centre on the Cavalier Roy production, and I've not put that down yet, so we need to stick that down. I could stick that, I did say this, pride of place. I like to centre around, and we're going to use Farmer Jeb as well, but it's not going to be the central one. I'm going to try to pull in as much as I can with the Cavalier Roy. I'm not sure if it's big, if it's a little bit too big for that. I'm not sure, it might go. It might. Have a look. Oh, it will as well. Oh, what's it overlapping with? House. That's going to be perfect. I think we're going to have to use a bit of V mode. It's as flat as a pancake, as we noticed, probably because the original building was there. Right, let's have a look. Do we need to smooth a little? Doesn't look terrible actually. That looks actually quite nice. Yeah, and it should be all right as well using V mode in that particular instance, because it's all about levels. It's sort of, there's a couple of things that Giants did which sort of warn you that that's really what they're on about. It's about the levels. If the grids are below the level of the ground, it won't work. Yeah, or yeah, I've seen it a couple of times myself. But if you get it level, or you level it afterwards and you clear the grate, it still works fine. I had it a couple of times when I did XML switches into a map. Hobo's Hollow, there was a map update or something like that, and we switched it in rather than let's have a look. I think in the middle is probably better, as long as we're not flying. I always find it's when there's things above, like those pipes, that can cause things to actually, or should be alright, so we're never really going to go there. I perhaps should have kept stuck to a well, really. It's a bit more realistic. Although I suppose there could be sort of plumbing in from the house, which then we pipe to that, so it's not too unbelievable. And your time has come, my friend. Yeah, no more. No more. Yeah, the reminder of the past is now gone. Yeah, so we've placed one shed. I thought we'd brainstorm a little bit, and I thought we'd pull the map up to actually do that, to sort of point out what I'm thinking, because some of this is already done. Obviously we own all of this now, and there's already sort of fields marked out, which has been done on purpose. And again, another fantastic feature from Big Papa. Yeah, I've set the worker going with the straw. I thought while I was chatting I'd at least do that. So we own, yeah, all of those. We'll mark out, we'll do what I said. We're going to literally, we've done that now. We've cleared all of the wood apart from those around the edge, which I'm going to keep. I'm going to stick to that on going forwards. Obviously I didn't do that on my first video because I hadn't figured it out by then, that there's a boulevard of trees. So, but we've maximised the space anyway. So I was a bit disappointed with the yields. I didn't think that seemed right somehow, but it is what it is. So what I'm thinking is, obviously there's that. We can cut the grass. Now I'm going to need to run probably with one of the faster vehicles with the truck and literally do courseplay courses around there. We can obviously in time take the trees out, but for now I'm thinking, well, why? We might clear a little path if there's no proper path, but I think the sparsity of the trees has been designed by Big Papa so that it really doesn't get in the way too much, and the marking of the fields has been done again on purpose so that you can quite easily pick up these fields. I mean, it really is, if you weren't interested in logging, you really could, with a Mac or a PC, just buy all of these with these in, and actually forget about all your wood in the background, because it's very cheap really when you look at the price. I mean, that's 153,000. You could quite easily just use that. I mean, you wouldn't. There'd be a waste, that one would. But these others are actually quite amazing. And also, the central hub is observed. Yeah, quite close. The fields are quite close, really, to you here. So what I'm thinking is, I've gone, wrong way. Yeah. So what we're going to do this session, I think, is we're going to do the road. hopefully set, yeah, I'm going to do, what I am going to do is run all the way around these edges, and I'm hoping, I think I'm going to put the road down first, because I always find you need a reference point to see. So I'm going to do the road very first, then I'm going to run around. No, actually, that makes no sense, because we can get workers ploughing if I, or no, work, yeah, battle plan. Edges of these two fields, and I think it'll pick that one up naturally. So the other thing is, we've now got 2 no-till seeders. I would say, what have we got to plant? Nothing until next month. We can put some canola back in. Yeah, oh, we could plant carrots, but we've not. We haven't got anything to plant carrots really. So we'll forgo that one. Yeah. So I think now, the thing is, what we really want to do is look at the Cavalier Roy, the farm productions, because this is, the mineral feed and the silage additive have got requirements. So basically, we've got canola, we need corn, wheat, and sugar beets. So that's, the silage additive is, just digester, which we can actually do. Slurry, I can use the Caliph-Zeric to actually draw the slurry, or we can put animals down and we can do that anyway, and then we could actually bring another partner in. And I don't want this to get too complicated. I always say this, I don't want any Let's Play ever to be like, Mr. Silly P did one a long time ago where he went mad with productions, and I thought, that is crazy. I mean, it was excellent. He brought in so many productions, it was unbelievable. It's a lot of hard work. Not just that, I like to centre around 1 or 2. I mean, the production shed is part of the furniture. It's almost on every Let's Play, except for the one where you're not allowed to have the same one. Yeah, around the wood in 80 days. I'm not doing it every other one, because I can't do it every one. But I would have this as a staple, even if it was just to create lime and herbicide and fertiliser for ourselves. Although usually I sell the fertiliser, because it's we can buy it cheaper from partners, so it makes a good business. Mini BGA, I don't use it every time now. I did used to. It was on every, because there were a limited amount of productions in the early days, and it was one of the easiest ways to make money. But I like not to do exactly the same every single time, because I think that's a bit boring for you, the viewers and subscribers. And I'm trying to sort of like, I mean, there are some things you're always going to see. Like I keep saying this, the clamps. Why would I do that? The Omatana does 250 tonnes per day. It also has that secret weapon of the silage digestate, whether you go in with the chaff or with grass, and that makes that something stupendous. One of the best business models out there, especially if you put it with the production shed, because that loss, that quarter loss, is better than almost any other kind of fertiliser plant that is out there. So that is, even the Farmer Jeb is good, but even that doesn't come close to the production shed. And yet it's not lossless, it's not perfect, and it's not improving or increasing or anything like that where you think, yeah, it's a little bit unbelievable. Although people do make better processors, so but then they usually sell it for a lot more. So in real life, the production shed would probably be $1 million or something, because it does so much. But yeah, GH66 mods, thank you very much for giving us such a reasonable mod that is such a staple of my Let's Plays. But yeah, anyway, let's just concentrate on this. So we can make pig food, which likewise has a bit of an overlap, but I think that's the one with barley. Yeah, it is. I was to get mixed up between barley and wheat, but I know the other one is wheat. I remember saying this in one of the episodes, that did this need barley? You can see the wheat icon there, and that was for the pig food. It needs it. So it needs corn and it needs sunflowers, and there's a bit of an overlap. So TMR is standard, and also uses a bit of the mineral feed one. Now we need to do some of the silage in here if we're going to do, we need this methane. Actually, there's a point. We can divert our methane to, we can actually, thinking about it. Yeah, and not use the BGA with the farm production for a while, so I'd forgot about that. But yeah, we could actually do that. We don't necessarily have to do that. We just need to send our methane over to here. Again, canola oil and sunflower oil, water and methane will also produce diesel. It's not the best earner, but it's not bad, especially if you're only a quarter of that. Well, West, yeah, you've got to do that as well. We've got canola on hand. That's what I'm thinking. So we want to go sunflowers. I'm trying to observe this. If we're going to maximise the use of this, we need to go sugar beets, because there's quite a few bits and bobs that need the sugar beet. Now, the digestate we can divert. We can probably do animals by the time that we do. Could do animals now if you really wanted. It's just that I want to get through the winter. So I was thinking more like beginning of next year. So we need to plant. We've got canola. Yeah, that bit, but yeah, we're going to need to keep the canola for that then. So that means we need to plant more canola, which again is next month. So we want corn, wheat, canola, sugar beet. Yeah, seeds. Although that's not a bad one, because it obviously, if you've got your herbicide that you've made in the other one, we can. That's a freebie, and that's a freebie too, which means a third is producing 3 times as much seeds, but not just from the wheat itself. So that's believable. 6 for 6. Herbicide as well. I'm trying to think, is this I usually, the production shed I find better. Now which one is it that does the one of these does salt as an addition? I think it's the lime. Yeah, this is a bit special. It is. So if we're going to produce lime, this is the one to go for, because it produces that, which then means you can produce herbicide in this from salt you've actually made. I always say that I'm not going to sell anything unless I don't mind the odd imports, but to buy salt and sell salt technically is, in my book, it's cheating. I just don't like that at all. Don't mind an input being bought in that you've not got, like sugar for chocolate, because I'm having to pay for it anyway, but I don't want to sell and it's buy something directly and sell it directly, because that's not fair. I know others do it. Mr. CLP does it. He'll go and do a fuel run on the map, and there's nothing wrong with that, not at all. That's actually just transporting and then actually making a profit from it. And I could do that. It's just I always like to centre on the farm and the activity of our farm, not actually bring any third parties in like that. So I'm not having a go at Mr. CLP, not at all. It's just I don't like to buy an input and then sell it straight away. Otherwise, you could just buy loads of stones, and then I could make some salt, and I could go mad in this and go like making herbicide and selling herbicide. It makes a fortune. But yeah, again, if we're going to do that, now there was an interesting mod that dropped the other day, but it went almost as quickly as it came, and that is from Emperor Loop. So I'm presuming it failed or got some bad reviews almost instantly, because it was on in the morning. It was collect stone from missions, and I thought that's a brilliant idea, because to be honest, you could then plough fields for profit, send a worker, and then send, say, the Mack truck, a big one, and just go and grab the stones off the field. And now that, because it still takes effort and cost, that would be a way of not cheating, and you could make a fantastic amount of gold and stuff like that, because it is quite well thought out. I have tested it, and it is quite good. So yeah, the Emperor Loop Gold, well, we saw it on Gary Ep. I don't know if I've posted the episode yet. I think that one's coming up, but yeah, it worked well. One note about it though, it does a lump of gold, so it did 10 gold. When I sold it, the game didn't differentiate between 1 and 10, so it sold all 10 pieces of gold and gave me 1 piece of money. So it's diddled me out of 9, because I think it's one of those that you'd have to take an individual piece of gold to the sell point, or stick it on a trailer, grab it if you can physically grab it, take it to a sell point, and one at a time at the minute. I'm sure that'll be sorted out in time, where the game will be programmed to count 1. It usually does thousands of litres, so to go from thousands of litres to 1, I don't know why, or it might have been Gary Ep, because it's a non-mod hub map, so it could have been that as well. Right, anyway, enough waffling. So the plans are, we run around those field edges first so we can set the 2 mowers going. That one, I think it'll read field 3 straight away. We also need to scan, but we can only scan the fields. Yeah, I'm going to take the scanner. Oh no, I can't really. I need a fast tractor then, don't I? Now then, we have got, I'm sure that the big fence is a 39er. He is smashing, so we'll actually change your plans then. I could stick. No, we're not got time. No faffing around. Yeah, so pride of place. That we're going to work well with the production shed. Now, where did I stick the field scanner? Aha, it's still on the class. I can see it. Right, so we could set the forest. No, it's going to be too difficult. I know in some ways this is going to be me, but if we don't do it like this, right, I suppose we could follow this with and stick the mowers on one of the sets of mowers, the mower set that we've got over here. Yeah, and I could set the other one going, and I need to fetch those, I realise, because it's at the shop. Or what, I think half of it, I can't remember if we left all of it. I was so lucky to get 2 of these from the sales. It's unbelievable. It is amazing though, the amount of stuff that actually appears. There's a lot of things when you put something new in. I put the Mark IV pack in the other day, and lo and behold, loads of Mark IV stuff comes through. It is quite amazing how when you put something new in, I mean, the Giants, they obviously do something special, because whenever there's a Giants pack, it'll always come in. I mean, the Horse Aggravation, Gordon Bennett, it was on every single Let's Play, every single time that there was a sale, every single day almost, something from that pack was in the sales. So yeah, there's obviously, I don't know how to, I know it is there now. I could cheat, I never do, because I don't like cheating. Right, you following me? Now then, are we heading? Yeah, we are. We're heading in the right direction. Oh, great, that's finished as well. So this is a proper fit. I think this is going to see this as like, oh, it's bigger than you think, actually. Right, anyway, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. was a monster. It was. We did use the entire team on that. Yeah, so a lot of prep done. We've not done the liming or anything like that. We've got all of the stuff down at the shop, but I think that was a valiant effort. It was, and yeah, I said something a few sessions ago, and it was that. In fact, I have tried. Obviously, I played FS19, which meant that I seriously was a farmer more than anything. Then productions came in at the end of FS19 a little bit. I had a bit of a dabble, as you do, but I was more of a farmer than I was a production person, really. Yeah, I mean that was the game. It really was. And then obviously productions came in, but really in FS22 you've had to really, or you should be, embracing productions. It's literally is not just farming anymore. It really isn't. So I've tried to up my game and actually sort of do productions as well. I really, to be a good, we've got to fix that as we're going past. That is awful. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, and then I will continue. I must have had something there, got to have done, to make that bad. Definitely. Yeah, now that's much better. Yeah, now I wasn't going to go grab this and go and stick loads of water into our new production over there. I'm not going to run over there. It is a long way. So, yeah, in fact, this is probably a good screen to actually check out. We have got prepped fields now. Obviously, you can see all of the CPs that I've got. Courseplay 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That field, it doesn't need to be course-played, nor does that anymore, although it was a course-play one to begin with, but now it's not. No, we didn't actually do that, did we? We did actually just do a proper ploughing job on that one to make it into a field. So we have now got, I mean, they are fairly big as well, I've got to be honest. 4 and 5 and 2 and 3 are pretty much... Yeah, I'm still wondering what to do about the grass field, if I'm being sort of totally truthful. Yeah, I don't know which one to do. But the other thing is we need to scan the fields. So next session, it's obviously July. We've got the harvest in, which we know. I was a bit disappointed about that, but it is what it is. We've upped our game. We've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fields. 7 fields which we want to go with the Cavalier Roy, really. We want to sort of do all of these things to try to... So that means one of the ones we need to plant next month is canola. Again, I know we've got a little bit of canola. I think we might use that for oil, but then the rest of it, I think... Or do we for once leave the farmer Jev out of this and actually do what I said I was going to do? I like to home in on a not necessarily one, but have one as the lead production, really, is what I would say on a Let's Play. So I'm thinking this animals I would bring in soon as well. And we've got some wood chips to sell at, I brought this in, obviously, the Farm Supply Factory. And it would be nice to see how well we did at those 2 fields. 605 tons from that, and straw, which, did we stick that in the original one? I think we did. Yeah, we did. We were close to that. So straw silage, only 150. Is that all? 159 tons. That's about it. It's not. Yeah, it's not so terrible, really, is it? It's not. It's a. Yeah, it's. I suppose if you compare it to the grass, it is not too much at all. But I did think, and I am going to save the game to be sensible about what I'm about to do next. Yeah, because I'm not waffling about the power productions for nothing. Yeah, the other day, obviously, I mean, we know I've worked very hard in filling up this, the other one, really, but there is a new production now that has actually dropped in, and to be honest, this is something that I've always thought was necessary, even in FS19, which was a way of watering your animals forever. To sort of like have an automatic watering system. Well, it's been done now, it has. We've saved the game, really, and we're going to place one of those right now, which is going to like basically fill this and keep this filled forever, which is just like an automatic watering system. You can use this for animals and for productions. So I think it's in silo extension. I think it was the last one on this list, if I remember. Oh, no, might be in silos, actually. I know what it looks like. Ah, it isn't. It's this one here. Automatic water for animals. Oh, and greenhouses. Well, is that all it's for? I mean, we've set the game. To me... Ah, no, it really is. Yeah, so that is a shame, really, to be honest, because that would make a huge difference. It would. Well, there you go. I would have embraced the power of productions, but it doesn't quite work, so not for what we want to do. So in that case, we are going to go old school because it's not quite been done yet. Now, I mean, it is a fantastic thing for animals, I've got to be honest. It really is. I do hope it does come for productions as well, because to be honest, if it's only like storing the Omatana, really, I wonder if you could sort of cheat the system a little bit. It might seem a funny thing to say, but yeah, I mean, nah, let's. Yeah, you sometimes want these things to work, don't you? They don't. It's tough. It'll happen. I think it's a cracking idea. I do think that it really should happen. So we've got all of our fields. Oh, I did. Oh, that's right. I meant to come back and do that, didn't I? I did actually. So well, I hope. Yeah, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to let up tools. Let's just go grab some water. That's just settled after me playing around with it. Yeah, it's been a monster session, but a very, very productive one. Well, I think so. Wow, brilliant. We have got some water in this. Fantastic. I mean, there are already ways, sort of, you can switch automatic irrigation on, which is why, in a way, it surprises me that you're not allowed to use this for like more than greenhouses. And don't get me wrong, it is fantastic, and I will be using it for greenhouses, definitely, and animals where necessary. I mean, the other thing is, there are many animals that actually need water. One of my favourites, my second favourite one, the Rawley Christie, now that still does. My animal pasture, my cow pasture, actually, my animal pasture. Well, it's close. Yeah, we're a little bit too far out, I think. We need to. Yeah, I know. And start filling. Now, this time I'm not going to overfill this. We just need to stick in what is, and I'd like to go through till tomorrow. So we have, we put 50 tons of grass in that one, and that one's got more than enough to actually cope with that. So we need 300 tons of water in there. Yeah, now this will actually sort of do this. I might do this off camera, really. Yeah, and it's been a monster session. I will do it though. No, but then I can't go through till tomorrow. Yeah, this is true. It is, because we need to start to do the... Is it wheat as well tomorrow? No, it's not. Now we... then I'm going to be late. No, I will do canola, and we'll then do wheat the month after, because we need both those. And we do need barley if we're going to go pig food. But I'm not really worried about that, if I'm honest, for the farm productions. Yeah, I'm not... I wasn't thinking of doing pigs on this one. Right, see, it's not stopped filling. I do love this. It's a really, and it's not a trick really per se, but it is still amazing. So that's now going 166 tons and counting. Yeah, I do love the way it does it. And then of course it gets right to the end, and because you've not said stop filling, it doesn't stop filling. It's quite amazing, it really is. Is there anything else we need to look at? No, we've looked at all the grass. Yeah, I mean, it is 7 fields. It's quite amazing, really. It truthfully is. Yeah, you can already really switch on, activate automatic irrigation or automatic water, really, for all these things, and it will charge you. Me being the skinflint that I am, I don't particularly like that. So I've got to be honest, I'm very, very impressed with this. That is a beautiful bit of kit. I think we will be seeing that a lot more. Yeah, it is a bit special. It really is. It's almost like that big the walkabout bin, isn't it? The right, still didn't stop filling. So let's have a quick look. 213. We need another 100 and odd tons, and then this session is over. Yeah, so. Remind myself what was in the sales. Yeah, the IX tracks. A shame, really, but we've already got a fantastic 18 metre as well. Yeah, no, ours are bigger than that. We're not that we've actually used it. We've also got our weeder as well, which is quite phenomenal. And I did think, why did we not get weeds when we cultivated? And I thought, perhaps it's because you sowed with a weeder. Yeah, I'll give you all a laugh at my expense, I don't mind. Yeah, there's all this needs ploughing malarkey as well, which is a little bit annoying, but were you on hard economy anymore? Can't remember what we'd actually left it on. Ah, yeah, but we did start the Let's Play on hard, and we left everything on. Yeah, we did. So it really is start from scratch, except it's on normal economy. And we could have actually done this on hard economy. The way we've flown through this, and really it's flowed very well. It's sort of quite phenomenal, really. I would say that we're probably about there. Yeah, we are. Right, we're going to go through till the morning, and that is where we're going to leave it. Yeah, I sent the thing back. I only do that so you can see. I know, I try not to show it, as in like, but then you're going to pass where, like, we obviously passed the trailer a little, or 9. No, do we? No, it's July. No, we were all right till 8, actually. Oh, and I've not told the new one to actually do anything with that, so that's just going to silage digest. It's not going to send that on to the, so we're not going to get, we're going to get that 50 odd tons. Yeah, we are actually, that is true. So we need to switch that on. And we also need to, yeah, so we should have a lot of silage. That is distributing, actually, yeah, thinking about it. Digestate, silage, 50 tons of grass. Ah, we've not switched that on, have we? That's yeah. We did 1 load of grass to that one. We didn't tell this one. Yeah, oh my life! Look at that. Right, the digestate. This is the way I could get a little bit confused about productions. When you tell something to distribute, but you want to do more than one thing, I think it confuses it a little bit. Now, we do want to start taking some digestate to this, really. Trying to think about the slurry as well. I suppose we need to go animals, really, to get harness the farm productions by Cavalier Roy 2, really. I think that's the way to go at it. I'm going to take, these aren't going to be grass fields. They may be grass fields at present, but they're not going to remain grass fields. I want these to be, we need a wheat field, we need a sugar beet. Sugar beet doesn't need to be monstrous. We could do that where the canola field is. I'd like to do a big canola field, or maybe 2, because we need a lot of canola. We also need sunflower, so I think, again, sunflower's low yield, so I think we also need corn. I'm thinking that one for corn, and these 2 sunflower, these 2 canola. I think that's wheat, that one there, yeah, because that was sunflower, wheat, canola, corn, sugar beet. Yeah, that I think is everything we need. Now obviously we're going to need a planter. We will check the sales, not that there's much chance of that actually dropping, but you never know. And I'd like to have a go at that. I didn't realise to drag all types of crops that are on the ground and make piles. Yeah, I'd like to have a go at, and it seems highly appropriate actually that we try it on this particular one at some point at that price. Yeah, it's very amazing actually. We will. Hopefully we'll have a go at it, really. Right, so then, we are going to need a planter, but not until next year, so we have got all the way through. Yeah, we've only got wheat and canola to plant. We've ploughed that, just show you everything as it is at the minute. Yeah, we've ploughed that, they're harvested. We can do what we like with those, whether it's no-till them. These ones likewise, I think, you know, they need ploughing. Let's just check they need plough. Yeah, that and that all need ploughing. Check that one, I think that needs ploughing too. Yeah, it does. So 4 of our 7 fields all need ploughing, so we've got to plough all of those. Though they've been ploughed obviously, so they're all good. So yeah, these are the canola ones. They want planting now. The wheat wants planting. I suppose we could move the wheats to that one, because that's also going to need planting before next year, ready for that. And wheats are good. It is quite a prolific sort of thing, so that would be done. Then 2 sunflower, sugar beets, and what was the last one I said? Canola, sunflower, wheat, sugar beets. What am I missing? Corn, of course, corn. Yeah, that's the other one. So yeah, we'll obviously some of that is next year. So we've got all the way through the winter to hopefully get some sort of planter. Or if not, I've got to be honest, I am a massive. I do love some of the standard ones that we've got. Yeah, even just the standard planters. Really, I'm a massive fan of. Do like a lot. Well, I love the Estrella. That's probably still my favourite, but it's a bit monstrously wide. It's the only sort of thing with the Estrella. I'm a massive fan of this one here by JHHG Modding. I think it's a cracker. It's only slightly smaller than that, and it folds an awful lot better. And obviously you can also fertilise that at the same time. So, and it's no-till. It really is a win-win. And it's very, very reasonable. So yeah, that is probably. I do like the Flex Planter as well by Switches Modding. That's a firm favourite of mine too. Again, no till, only seeds with that one, no fertiliser, but it's still a cracker. But I do love that one. I know really you could get 2 of those and we get about 4 of those for the same price, but I do like the way that one is. It's, I would say, about 4 metres wide, or is it a little bit bigger? My favourite, this is growing on me an awful lot. These ones here, I don't like ever having anything that says unrealistic. Yeah, the 18. I think this is very reasonably priced. The 12 metre, and also the fact that it does vegetables as well, is an added bonus. Yeah, it really is. Oh, these are ones. Yeah, that's true. These are 6 metres as well, but also go very small, unlike the other one. Obviously the dearer, but I'll be quite happy with that. Oh, I didn't realise it goes up to a 10 metre, but also has the ability to. I'd like to have a go at that by JD Modding ARG, ARG, or ARG, I don't know which, but yeah, I would like to have a go at that one, really. So if push came to shove, I think we'd buy a 10 metre one of those, or maybe a couple, really. Do love the Noli, but again, it's just seeding, and it's a 5.6 though. I do love this one for small English maps. It probably is my absolute favourite for small maps, because it is a 4.5, and if you get a couple of them, they really can cover some, or even 3, as I used to do in the past. So yeah, that's a nice one. That's my old favourite. It really is, by Adams Kong. I still love it. I really do. It's just that it doesn't no-till. That's the only thing. The 12 metre one on FS19 did. I always favoured the 12 metre Great Plains from FS19 that did actually no-till. I can't remember if it fertilised as well, but I was never really that bothered about that. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm obviously tired because I'm waffling for England. But yeah, I'm well pleased. This is going to be my Friday night and Saturday morning Let's Play. It is a cracker. I checked on the mod up earlier and it got quite some bad ratings, and I thought, do you know, sometimes I really seriously wonder what people want. It's a cracking map. It's got undulations. It's a map you can start straight away. It's actually got fields. If you don't feel like making your own fields like we've done on this, you don't have to. There's already ones there. And I know, yeah, I mean, I suppose base game it's not going to see the fields properly. So yeah, I suppose you really have got to plough field, but it's not that difficult to plough field really. So not with the ripper ploughs. So I don't know what you get with New Farmer Start. I really don't, but I'm sure it's reasonable enough that you could make a things. And the prices of the land is phenomenal. I mean, that first one, 27,000. You could really go a long way just on those 2 fields. That middle field that we cut out is not a small field. You know, it's not the best, but it is. Oh, that's a nice one. It's got an awful lot, which I'm wondering that also I would imagine is also following on with the loam like that. I should imagine this one, I'd imagine, is like the yellow banding from that. I mean, yeah, you can see the yellow touches that, so it might also touch the bottom of there. You don't know whatever way it goes down there though, really. So I mean, there's quite a lot of scope for us to do animals in like these edges bits to clear a bit of land, or even this one here. But I personally, with that field being like that, I think we would make that into a big monster field. We could buy 4, as I said last time, but I think I'd probably want to do that for animals, bearing in mind how close it is to here. Probably would favour doing animals on these 2 sections here, really. The other thing is, I was thinking about this. With the price of land, even in comparison to you could easily buy that plot 9 and only use that bit there. So your farmyard was like that. You could also do the same with 11, where your fields were sort of like that. You don't need necessarily, but I mean, yeah, it is cracking. We've really used this map, and it's the size of the map for the detail of what Big Papa's done is amazing. In my personal opinion, I think people have actually missed a lot of the fantastic features that Big Papa has actually pulled in for this type of map that has been so wanting for this style of map. I love the fact that he's encompassed all of these with roads. I've been on No Man's Land, and I'm not calling Alien Jim, he was the pioneer of this particular idea. Avon Valley, likewise. When you have got that thing of like going up past your square or whatever, there's no way of knowing where the edge of your field is. Big Papa has sorted that out for you. Yeah, he's made it easy. Not only that, if you're not really that bothered, all you've got to do is plough the contours of the field that already exists, and you've got fairly decent fields. So to me, Big Papa's sort of married No Man's Land with a standard map, and had done a very, very good job of actually doing that on a tiny, weeny little... I mean, yeah, like No Man's Land, it's not got traffic. Well, yeah, No Man's Land didn't have traffic either. So, yeah, I'm flabbergasted. I saw the voting on the map, and I thought, I don't know how people can sort of do that when it's a cracking map. It's not a flat either. It's got undulations, interesting shapes of fields. It's beautiful. I haven't found anything wrong with it yet either. I mean, did No Man's Land have anything wrong with that? I suppose there's very little to go wrong, really, but yeah, I mean, I've still not found anything. The ground layers are all working. You can do what you like. Do love this. I ran down this earlier just to see, because it's weird. When I was on the field, I was thinking, oh, you can't see the road. It's just like that. The angles go funny and you can't see it. But it actually is as big as I wanted it to be. I didn't want this. On Stone Valley, I did something similar. Let's go high. I did, and I did it far too small. That is quite monstrous, really. And we've got a silo in the middle that really doesn't interrupt the 2 fields. I think there might need to be a bit of smoothing. You can see there's some interesting undulate, and that's my point. This is not just a flat map or anything like that. This sort of touches almost everything. It's a standard farming map, but you've got a pioneer. I mean, that is a monstrous field, really, when you consider the size of the silo and how big those 2 fields are. It is very, very monstrous. And the prices of the fields, it's not going to break the bank. No, you really can. I mean, the stones are tiny. I did notice that. So, yeah, I'm going to try to do the rolling. We have got the roller, haven't we? Yeah, we did get a normal, standard roller, didn't we? Yeah, the power roll, the 12.3. Yeah, I'm going to try to do this because I think, if I remember rightly, yeah, I've always been a little bit confused about the rolling, because obviously you can only roll small stones, and these are small stones, so we can roll them. But as far as I was aware, as soon as you do seeding and planting, it seals the stones in and they don't move. But I'm not sure if I'm a bit confused that because it does say rolling afterwards. Now, we rolled before because it said it needed rolling, and it doesn't recognise that fact. So it's telling you you've got to roll after you've seeded. So I'm interested in teaching myself, because this is a lesson that I haven't learned properly with Farming Simulator, whether I knew it and I forgot it, or I didn't just quite master it. But yeah, anyway, I've bent your ears for long enough. Our equipment is really fantastic. I'm quite pleased with everything that we've done. Did I stick anything? Yeah, but just the wood, wasn't it? Yeah, 409 tons of that, which is also going to bring in a lot of cash. I'm loving where we are cash wise, really. I mean, we are, yeah, I mean, now we got like, that is true, I think it's did all 600 tons, didn't it? It's a beast, that new one. Yeah, this farm supply production really is, oh, it's got 12 tons left, wasn't it? Yeah, it's a monster, it really is. 300 tons of digestate, which I think we're going to take. Now, which is the one? That one needs digestate. We also need some slurry, though, and water. That one's going to bring in a lot of cash if we do that. Mineral feed, we need all of those products. Lime, if we do our lime from stones, we could grab the stones in. No, we leased one, didn't we? The destoner. Yeah, we haven't got one of those. No, we leased it. I was going to say I would have gladly sort of bought one of those. We could buy one. It's not like we can't afford it really, but the stones are tiny. It doesn't amount to an awful lot, even on a large field. In fact, let's have a quick look at the stones. I think they're all tiny. In which case, I would like to. Oh no, they are. Yeah, yellow is tiny, red is massive. Let's just switch everything off. Weed as well. Yeah, there's only stones on those two fields, but of course we are going to be ploughing the other 4 fields, so really, well, I suppose we could wait and see. It's going to take a while to destone, but I was thinking of the salt. But are we really that worried about it? When we could just plough this and get on with it too. We could get the canola fields done very quickly then. We've got the 12 and the 8. We can literally, yeah, did I buy all the seeds? I think we did. I think we left them down at with the new lorry and everything. I think we did. I'm sure I went mad and bought loads, and I did, yeah, I thought so. So these all need stacking up next time, and we've still got the 12-metre header, which, if you think about it, if we got a big harvester, we could set one big harvester on one field, and the 2 little would almost equal the 12, well, actually slightly bigger than the 12-metre header with whatever we would put on that. So yeah, I'm still hoping to test the Mark Thor. We'll do that on the sugar beet, really. I'd like to do that with a standard harvester and then roll time back and grab that. Let's just stick that back on. Yeah, let's just stick that ready so that we've got that. I think it needs repairing, so I do. The other thing I'm quite impressed with as well. Now, there's been lots of we'll talk and work at the same time. There have been lots of shop fronts. One of my favourite maps, which is one that people have very rarely heard of, on FS19 had the worst shop front ever, period. Suffering had the host, the amount of times things went through the window on that was phenomenal because it was too close to the window. That was the only fault that I ever laughed at with it. It would literally, everything was, you literally got some implements go inside the shop. It was that sort of thing. But this, even Big Papa's thought of that. It's got a fantastic overflow area. It's hard to break this, and I've seen good map makers fall foul of that one. It's not a crime. What I'm trying to say is Big Papa's conquered that. There's so much that Big Papa's got right with the design of this particular map that I am really impressed. Not only that, he did it with, I can't remember how big it is, but it's tiny, and yet it's beautiful. He's got the spacing of this so that it doesn't take you too long to, to conquer the, I mean, when Alien Jim did it, obviously it was more like you're conquering nature, but Big Papa's doing the same, but he's like not making it too tricky for you. There's trees enough for you to make a bit of cash, but they're not so tightly packed that it's going to take you forever to clear it. So for the enthusiasts who wish to chop some trees down, you've got that as well. But for those who aren't, you could chip them like I did and clear the land quite quickly. And they're all proper trees. Even that's been thought of. There's the odd gnarly tree. And yeah, I think there were 4 on that field, maybe 5 max. So he's only put a few in there. I mean, and to be honest, if you chip in, they are, fantastic. They really do give you probably more chips than anything else. If you were chopping them, though, on the other hand, these are a nightmare, as we all know. But yeah. What I'm trying to say is, for the devour trees, you can do this, and most of the I can't think of the name. Yeah, most of the. I'm gonna help myself here. I am with the act. Well, I'm gonna cheat. The stumps. The tree stumps. It even takes the tree stumps out for you as well, so it is quite amazing. Anyway, I have bent your ears for long enough this time. So all that remains to be said for this fantastic session, which I'm going to keep releasing a few. Yeah, this is going to be my weekend map. I'm really impressed with it, and I do love that shed by Gwendol as well. I've got to be honest. My favourite is still the Black Sheep modding one. I think that's one of the best designs, even though it may be classed as simple. That one by Gwendol comes a very close second, and is a sort of a different type. I mean, also like Rawley Christie's lovely long one. That is also a favourite of mine. Each one to be used in separate, completely different situations. So you could say they're all my favourites for different reasons in different sort of Let's Plays where each of those would suit. But the Gwendol one is going to suit a lot. So I think you're going to be seeing this quite a lot as one of my favoured sheds going forwards, definitely. And it is also, not just for the price either. Yeah, the one thing I'm going to say, like the Black Sheep modding one where it's got the transparent windows as well to allow light through, but also the open nature is appealing to the game and the mechanics of the game. Gwendol likewise, the cameras don't snap too much. You can go inside them without it affecting so many sheds. The cameras snatch and do horrible things, and it's very difficult to create content or very difficult to play with that type of thing. The Gwendol one, I've not seen it do it once, so it's been designed very, very well, and it does not escape my notice. Yeah, I do love to applaud the modders when they do something that's really clever that a lot of people sometimes miss. So I didn't miss it. It is fantastic. But yeah, that is the end of another session, and all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. As always, I do love to hear from yourselves, whether that's to chide me, disagree with me, or yeah, whatever. I do love to hear from you. But all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.